yes, that does convey my true feelings towards the Unity desktop. And let me explain why. Hello there everybody, this is CP666 back with you yet again for a computer video. Now, as you all know, I'm still without a computer. I'm using this as a computer, and hopefully the new computer will be ordered tomorrow, if it hasn't already been ordered. I think I said it was ordered, but it hasn't officially been ordered yet. So, I just know what I'm getting, but I'm not going to tell you what I'm getting until I unbox it, which will probably be a long time away. But for now, I'm using this, but when the new computer comes, this is going to be out of here. I'm going to sell it, because I'm not keeping this around, because it doesn't work. It never worked when I got it, and I'm sorry, I'm not blowing money on a piece of crap with motherboard problems. And, yes, this is a piece of crap, in my opinion. I know some people are probably going to completely disagree with that and yell at me in the comments for saying that it's useless. Hey, you got it for nothing, why are you complaining? Well, to be honest, that's human nature. Everybody's gonna complain. But, I mean, it worked fine as a backup machine, but as soon as I started using it every day, all the problems started showing up, and then eventually the stupid hard drive failed. And, by the way, these are the hard drives that I now have to get rid of. I don't know, I'm gonna throw them into this machine and hit them with D-Ban, and that'll be the end of that story. And then I don't know what I'm gonna do with them. Maybe I'll hit them around or something. But I'm just gonna sell this now while it's worth something, because I'll tell you what, I blow money on a new motherboard for this machine. I blow money on a new hard drive for this machine. Hell, I might throw in a new wireless card too, because, well, okay, that was a really bad example, but I may throw in a power button to make this thing look all original. By the time I go to sell it, it's gonna be worth nothing. Well, not that it's worth anything now, but still. So let's get back to the subject of today's video. Why do I hate the Unity desktop? Well, let's actually take a look at Unity itself. As you can see, at least when you compare it to any ordinary desktop, this is what the desktop looks like. For a GNOME. I call it GNOME, you can call it GNOME or whatever the hell you want to call it. I call it GNOME. That's just the way I've pronounced it for years, and I can't get out of the habit. But anyway, I know it's not actually supposed to be said that way. That doesn't matter. But that's what the normal desktop looks like. You have a top bar right here, and if we open up a window, for example, a window that says computer, you have all of your operations menus right here. But they changed that all with Unity. You can see you have a single window bar right there. More on that in a second. And you have what is called the launcher, which takes the place of the bottom bar and the application shortcuts that are up here. This is similar to the way that macOS has done it for years. Personally, I think this works on small screens like this. On bigger screens, such as this, or even bigger, it's pretty, let's throw this in here, or desktops that have many windows open for one application, it's pretty easy to lose track as to what window that this menu applies to. Which is why I don't like this system. But then again, it works on Mac, and it works okay here, but I just don't like it. They seem to be pushing their chat service, their Evolution mail service, and their broadcast account service, all of which I will never use because they probably suck and I don't use those kinds of applications anyways. I do have an email account, I mean, obviously, but I'm never going to use broadcast. I'm never going to use chat. And I don't see why they have to have an Evolution and a setup mail button right there. I just don't understand that at all. I mean, with a different version that I was trying out, you had the, actually, okay, it does it with this one too. You have the same menu. You have setup chat, setup mail, and setup broadcast account. That works better. Other than having, like, application menus up the yin-yang, even though they're not going to work, like chat or Evolution, they're not set up yet. But you also have the setup for those programs. Just have one. You can do it in 10.04. Why can't you do it in 12.04? I don't understand. And as for the Ubuntu One service, yes, it works, but I will never use that either. Other than that, this works perfectly fine. I understand this Switch user account thing, because Hell Windows has had that for years. And this I particularly hate. Well, the launcher is okay, but and it's kind of obnoxious too. But the dashboard sucks. I mean, I hate it. You have to go through all of these different menus, and then you have to click on this to see your more results, which I think is completely ridiculous. And there is absolutely no way, or at least no visible way, to change this hierarchy, so you have to go through all of these different icons just to find the damn program you're trying to run. You can search, but it doesn't really help much if you don't know what you're searching for now, does it? And let's say we search for internet. And I want to have, because I know Ice-T is installed on here, which is an internet, I don't know what you want to call it, but an internet something or another. And it doesn't show up. But yet when I type in Ice-T, it's right there, Web Control Panel. It searches the names, it doesn't search for, like, the stuff that you want. But if you don't know what the name of your program is, then you're stuck up a creek without a paddle. Personally, I think that's just totally useless. Or at least the search function is totally useless. I can see what kind of hierarchy this is going towards, but I mean, oh, shut up. And yes, I understand all of this. This scroll bar is a piece of crap. I mean, look at that. I'm scrolling on it. I mean, like, look at, I'm on it, but it's not scrolling. Poor programming right there. And, search your music collection and search your video collection. Okay. And you can search your files and folders. I think the search for this works a lot better. But let's take a look at a window, shall we? It displays full screen by default, which I think is also completely stupid considering the size of my desktop. So I get this huge-ass window, and of course, any ordinary user would go, where the hell are all the minimize buttons? You have to go like that, and they're right there. All these window buttons. Which again, I think is, I'm sorry, just totally stupid. Personally, I think that it would be much better, especially to have the default set to, oh, stop that. I want it under here. To not show the main toolbar like this, like macOS has done for years. Since there's all this concern about space, why not just do that? What else did I want to show you? Oh yeah, you know this little file window? And somewhat not surprisingly, LibreOffice fails to comply to that entirely. The file menu, all the control menus are right here. You know, if you're going to design a program to operate on this operating system, at least design it so that it would go up here. There was something else I wanted to rant about. Oh yes, the workplace switcher. Any ordinary user would take a look at this, and they would say, yes, you're on that desktop. So let's change desktops to this one. Only it doesn't change desktops automatically. You have to double freaking click, and then it changes desktops. Whereas this switcher is one click. So that is also poorly programmed. The Software Center works fine. Wine sucks. We all know that Wine sucks. And what they seem to have done is they seem to have gotten rid of the Windows folder, so I can't put in the Verdana TrueType font to run my web program, my web editing program, which is NetObjects. Not that that ever worked anyways, because I tried installing it on here and it wouldn't get past the registration. Nothing can work, can it? There's always something that doesn't work. Anyway, shut this off. And it still has to display stuff from the command line when it's shutting down, which I think is ridiculous in this day and age. It should cover it up with a splash screen. like this, what it's doing. Oh dear. You can never have what you want, can you? No, you can't. And before anybody complains about me complaining, it's human nature, and guess what? I'm allowed to complain if I want, because it's my personal opinion. So there's that. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. If you have your comments, definitely feel free to leave them down below, and this is Hourglass, and this is CP666 signing off, and so I'll see you next time. Till then.